day. And she's also saying here she knows about one of her children, that's been struggling here, something to do with a document, Michelle. So if that's yourself there, Michelle, then she knows that. And if that's not you, Michelle, and there's other children, then she's applying to that other child. She's also saying here that she did get to say a goodbyes to you there. And this lady was a very direct person here. And secondly, she's saying that there's been something that you've had, something to do, Michelle, with a new venture. She's aware of this new venture, Michelle, and there's been something that's come in through this new venture that you've either received. So it could have been something like maybe an ornament or, something like that, Michelle, that she had, okay? But she's saying happy birthday for September, Michelle. She's also saying, and she hasn't forgot the March one either, okay? She's telling me that she's with another lady here in Spirit World, which could be a mother, because I've got an old lady with this lady, Michelle. And she's also telling me about a concern for a granddaughter, Michelle. And she's mentioning that the granddaughter is putting on a face that's saying she's happy when she's actually not been happy, Michelle. Struggling with her life emotionally. She's saying, I'm all right, Duck, long as you're all right. And that's what she's actually giving me at the moment here, Michelle. And she's saying here, just keep strong, because she actually thought you was the strongest out of them all. And she wants you to keep everybody else safe there, Michelle. And she's saying to take your medication, not to leave it, Michelle. Take your medication, because she's saying the only difference there is, she says that you wouldn't end up like her is because you don't smoke. So I'm going to say that, she did, you don't smoke. I'm just going to say a few hellos to people that I can see names. So hello to Gloria, hello to Mel Hopkinson, hello to Sue Holland, to Wendy Kelly, to Rebecca Elwood, to Karen Sharp, and to Jazz, and Nicola Jane Henderson, and to Sean. And thanks for joining us, and to Caroline, hello to you all. I will continue with more messages there, because I want to try and bring as much as I can get through here this evening. So it's very difficult for me to read your messages. I can just see your names popping up there. So I'd rather concentrate on spirit so that we can bring these messages through. So the lady wants to send her love to you there, Michelle. And she says she knows you sit with her. She knows you carry something around with you, Michelle. And give them all a big hug from me. You're not by yourself, Michelle. And she's very proud of you. That's what she's just said. She's very, very proud of you. And I want to leave that lady's love with you, Michelle. And pass those messages on, Michelle, should that relate to you, Michelle. And everybody, please like and share the pages. I'm happy to do that for you all, free of charge for you all while we're on lockdown. So I want to leave the ladies' love with you there, Michelle, and I'd like to move on to somebody else here that's trying to come through. So secondly, I'm looking for a Sean. I've got a lady, sorry, I nearly said a lady. He's correcting me on that. I've got a gentleman, Sean. Now, this gentleman that's coming through is about 5'10". He's tall, 5'10", 5'11". I am going to say a handsome man, because he looks handsome to me. As this gentleman's coming in, Sean, just to make sure that this is you, John, if you can cooperate with me. He's giving me a December birthday memory or birthday, and a March birthday there, Sean. And he tells me that he was terminally ill. So I feel this gentleman, Sean, I feel the organs were shutting down here, Sean. And he's saying to me here that there was cancer here. This went into his liver, Sean. And I'm feeling really, really breathless. He's saying to me there, Sean, thank you for all that you did. I feel you was with this gentleman. He's saying dad, so I'm going to go with dad. So you was with your dad, Sean, towards the end there. Oh, thank you, Sean, for saying it's you. You was with your dad, Sean. And now this gentleman, he's saying he's glad to see the property's gone. He's finally put some, he says, I finally put some sense right into him there. So something about selling your property, Sean. And he's saying here, he kind of did get to say his goodbyes, but not properly, Sean, if you can understand that. And that's what he's giving me today. He's sending his love to his grandson. So I don't know if there was only the one grandson, Sean, but I'm not getting any more kind of grandchildren, Sean. He's giving me the one. So if you could confirm that, Sean, that'd be fantastic. And he's telling me that he's with his dad, and he's with his mum and dad. He's with his mum and dad here over in Spirit World. He's also telling me, Sean, that he was half the man he was towards the end, if you could understand that. And he was ready for going, and that's what he's giving me today. But I feel, Sean, he didn't want to go, but his body had had enough, if you could understand that for me, Sean. He wants to say he loves you here. He says, keep them dogs going, Sean. Keep them dogs going. So I don't know if you've got the dogs or something, Sean, but keep those dogs going. This is what he's saying here. And he's with Ivy, Sean. He's with Ivy. Yeah, he's with Ivy. He says, don't worry about the rest of the family, but give my love to Karen, Sean, if you could understand that. And bless you for commenting. I'm seeing some tears on there, Sean, so hope this is all right for you here. Give my love to Karen. Thanking you both for everything there, Sean. And I want to say that Dad wants to leave his love with you here. I feel quite emotional with this man. He's making me feel quite sad. But he just wants you to know you've done him proud, and thank you for everything is what he's saying. So I would like to leave that gentleman's love with you there, Sean. And God bless you, Sean. If you can like and share the page for me there, Sean, that'll be lovely. Now, I've also got, and God bless Sean, I've also got here, I've got another person here that's wanting to come through here. Now, I've got a Christine. I've got a lady here. I've got a Christine that's looking for Kate or Katie. Now, Christine, I don't feel she was overly old, so I'm going to say maybe in her 60s as she's coming across today. Feel quite dizzy with this lady as she's coming in. Quite a bonny lady, beautiful skin. If I've got a Kate there, I know she's for Kate. You're welcome, Sean. I've definitely got for Kate. And this Christine, she's giving me... There was underlying health with Christine, is what I'm being told here. Terminally ill is what she's giving me there. And something with a 2 o'clock. I don't know if she passed over at 2 o'clock. Kate, if you're there watching, she's mentioning to me there of 2 o'clock. And she's saying that she's seen Len. So if you could understand that, Kate, I don't know if Len's connected to Christine. She's got memories there, she's saying, to do with France. And she's coming, she's got a scarf on, but she's thanking you for that, Kate. So I hope that was something that may have been a present, Kate, or something like that. But she just wants you to know there were people present with her, Kate, when she actually died. And she wants to leave her love with you, Kate, just to say thank you to you all there, Kate. And if you can relate to that, Kate, God bless you. Would you just like and share and leave any comment there, please, Kate? And if you can relate to that message. I've got a short message here now. I've got a gentleman that's trying to come in looking for Doreen. And I don't know if we have a Doreen that's watching this evening. But I've got a gentleman here, quite a stocky man, really white grey hair is what I'm going to say, white grey hair. Now, he's looking for Doreen, and I feel this is a husband here, if we've got a Doreen out there. Now, I know this gentleman, Doreen, passed very, very, very suddenly there. He passed with the heart here. He's sending love to his girls, so I feel he had daughters there. Doreen, if you're there watching this evening. And he's showing me there, Doreen, I've got a photograph in a frame, but it's not a photograph, it's a star. So I don't know there, Doreen, if there was a star that was given, something to do with a star when he died. But I can see this star in a frame. So I don't know if there was a star named after him, Doreen. I'm not sure, but I just know that the gentleman's looking for Doreen. And also he's just said to me there that there's an October memory. So if you can relate to that, Doreen, I would love to leave this gentleman's love with you, to let you know he loves you dearly. And he knows about all the support that you've been giving the family through this difficult time. And I'm going to leave his love with you there, because he was a lovely gentleman, but he's always holding your hand there, Doreen. So I want to leave his love with you there, Doreen. And I've got a queue of people here, so if my voice goes, you're going to have to bear with me here. I want to move on to the second person here that's trying to come through here. I've got another gentleman here. Now, he's just kind of stood here with his arms like this, and he's just saying he's looking for Lisa. He's giving me the name Christopher. Yeah, Christopher. Okay. I feel this gentleman was about 5'9", 5'10", something like this. A very terminally ill gentleman here. And he's saying that he's looking for his daughter, and that he's with Tom. So if you're out there, Lisa, and this gentleman relates to you, he wants to know that there's been some underlying health with yourself. There's been something. I don't know if you suffer with asthma or something there, Lisa, but he's giving me underlying health there. And he's saying that there's tests going on at the moment, Lisa. So if you're out there, I'm going to say, oh, hi, Debbie. I'll say hello to them all in a minute. He's saying that everything's going to be all right for you there. But there's going to be, Lisa, a procedure that's going to be done there. But everything's going to be fine. So I want to leave... under December memory, he's saying. Under December memory, Lisa. And I want to leave that gentleman's love with you. I also have a lady that's really coming in now. So I've got a message here for a Debbie. Debbie. I've got a message for a Debbie. So I'll pass this message, and then if we can find out, 'cause we've got a lot of Debbies linking in today. Now the Debbie I've got here. She was quite a bonny lady, this lady, definitely a bonny lady, blonde. Now she's looking for Debbie, and she's looking for Debbie, and she's looking for her daughter. Now, she hasn't given me the daughter's name yet, Debbie, if you can understand this. But what she's, bear me a minute, what she's giving me. This lady passed tragically, very, very, very tragically, if you could understand this. And tragically, car. There was something to do with a car accident, Debbie, if you're out there. This lady had a very, very tragic car accident, is what she's saying. And she has a daughter, Debbie, if you're out there, living on this side of life. She has a daughter. I'm being shown, bear me a minute. She's trying to rush me into this. She's showing me, let's go through a passing here. She's showing me a car accident, Debbie, a very, very tragic car accident. I don't know if, wait a minute. I'm seeing this car. I'm seeing she hit something head on. So the lady that's coming, Maggie, she's just said Margaret, Maggie. If you can find that for me, Debbie, Maggie, Margaret, that's the name she's bringing through here. And she's sending love to her daughter. She's saying that her daughter missed a lot of her life. So I don't know how old the daughter was there, Debbie, when she actually passed over, or if you can relate to this. But she wants to say that she's sending love there to you, Debbie, and to the family, and for some reason, Debbie, she's showing me places like holiday, like you can have Paignton, Devon, Cornwall. There's some links there for me to try and find this lady who she's looking for. So I'm going to leave her love there because obviously I can't see if anybody said there she's for me. But there's definitely a link there with this lady looking for Debbie. Debbie, that's what she keeps saying. Deb or Debbie. And I want to leave that, yes, I'm going to leave that lady's love with you there. Secondly, I have, and God bless you, Debbie, and if you can find that, Debbie, if you'd like and share the page, I'd appreciate it, and any comment, should that relate to yourself. Now, secondly, I've got so many people here. Wait a minute. Bear me a minute. Just bear me a minute. I'm just trying to get one at a time here. Wait a minute. Okay. Secondly, I have got another person coming in here. I've got a lady that's an older lady here looking for Sam. She's looking for Sam. She's giving me the name Anne. So if you're out there, Sam, I'm looking for Anne. Sorry, I've got Anne. I'm looking for Sam. This lady had respiratory problems, Sam, if you're out there. She is bringing me in a wheelchair. So I feel this lady was in a wheelchair, Sam, before she passed. And just to make sure I've got the right person here, I'm looking for Sam. She's with her husband, Harry. So if we can find that, if you can find that, Sam, and her message there to you, Sam, today is, keep strong, my love, she's saying, and I do miss you taking me shopping. So if you could understand that message, Sam, if you're out there, I want to leave that lady's love with you and to let you know that this lady's with you. And God bless to you there. Now, again, here we'll go on to some more. We've got a little bit more time here. So saying hello to everybody here. So I'd like to say hello to Chris and to Mickey. I think I've gone through some of the others. And to Mandy, to Amy Bevis, to Sally Vickers. Hi, everybody. To Mickey Hubbard, to Lynn Blanchard, and to Darren Marshall, to Sharon and Amanda Gill and Sally Vickers. And Grace Ivy, and hello and welcome everybody else there. Again, so we're going to move on now and try and bring some more messages here. So moving on to the next person here in Spirit World, I have a lady that's looking for Helen. So Helen, if you're out there, I'm now feeling a lady that was really ill. Like, I feel like I can't speak with this lady. Just bear with me a second. I feel like I'm struggling to speak with this lady. So I don't know, Helen, if you're out there and if you can relate to this lady. But I don't feel it's a mum, so it could be maybe a family member here, Helen, or an auntie there if you're watching there, Helen. And the message I've got for you here, Helen, is that she couldn't have survived this illness, if you could understand that. She knows that this last year, that everything's been a big struggle for you there, Helen. She knows that you've been in a lot of pain. She knows that you've cried enough tears here to have your own pond here, Helen. There's something to do with documents here, Helen. She's saying about trying to get to the bottom of something, and it's like somebody's disappeared, Helen, or somebody's gone out of the way. I don't know what she's trying to say to me here, but it's as if somebody's disappeared, as if there's been like a cutting off there, Helen. But she wants to say she loves you dearly, but she loved you like a mother as well, Helen, if you could understand that. She really loved you like a mum. And the message she's saying here, Helen, is that you're not on your own through this, my love. You're not on your own. She's trying to give you some strength there, Helen, to get through this really bad time. She shows me lots of medication here, Helen. So I don't know if this is yourself that's on a lot of medication. And she's bringing me a handkerchief here, Helen, to wipe your tears here, because she said you've been crying a hell of a lot. You are going to get through this, Helen. You know, it's all going to be okay. But she's saying, just sit tight, my love. Just sit tight. There is going to be a solution here, Helen. Early June, if you could understand that. Early June is what she's saying. And things are going to lift for you there, Helen. So I don't want you to worry about that. And in everything you're going through, this lady's love is so strong for you there. You are going to get through this. So God bless you, Helen. Stay safe. Keep safe as well. And everyone, if you can like and share my page here. I like to see all these likes and shares, and I'll continue a little bit longer there, seeing who else that I may get here that comes in from Spirit World. Now, also here, let's have a look what we're getting. Just spare me a minute. I'm having to wait now till I get some more and have a breather from this for a minute. Okay. I secondly here, looking for a lady here. Jazz, do we have a Jazz? It sounds like Jazz. Do we have a Jazz on there? I've got a gentleman looking for his daughter. Thank you, everybody. That's better. Do we have a Jazz? I think it's Jazz. Looking for his daughter. Now, this gentleman never got to say his goodbyes to you there, Jazz. Would you understand this? He wants to say, be strong. He's watching over you here. He wants you to be strong. He tells me he loves you dearly. Now, there was a birthday, Jazz, around the time when your dad died, because he's telling me here that there was a birthday. And I don't know if you've been thinking of decorating, Jazz, or just doing something to pass some time here. Just bear me a minute. I'm just trying to keep up with all this. To pass some time here. He's sending his love here to the children. So I feel there's children there, Jazz, that you have. And I feel that Dad never got to meet them. Or there's something he never got to meet them. Is what he's saying here. But he's proud of you. He's saying he's very proud of you. And he wants you to know the white feathers are from him. So that's lovely to know, Jazz, that your dad's there with you today. And if you can relate to that, Jazz, if you can like and share and leave me a comment for me to have a look through this for tomorrow. I'm going to probably do a few more and then we'll finish this evening. I also have a lady now that's trying to come in, and I've got so much pain in my head with this lady now. Bear me a minute. I've got a lady that's coming in at the moment here. Now, I don't feel she's very old. I can't see this lady. I'm only listening to what she's actually giving me, okay? Now, I feel with this lady, there was something with her blood. She keeps saying, it was my blood, it was my blood. So I don't know if she had a blood disorder. I don't know what I'm looking for yet. I don't know if she had a blood disorder. She's got a daughter on this side of life as well. So I don't know if her daughter's here or there's a female. There's definitely a female she's looking for. And this lady was very, very well loved because she's coming through a bit like pushing to the queue here. She's pushing. She's pushing through to the front here. She liked to drink, this lady, because I feel like she wants to have a drink here. And what she's telling me here is when she'd had a drink, you saw the worst side of her. So I still don't know who I've got as yet until she kind of gives me a name here. But she's just saying to me that I would have said it how it was. And she's happy that her partner on this side of life has found either a new love or a new relationship here. I'm not getting a name, sorry. I'm trying to get a bit more here. A partner's got a new relationship here. I don't feel she's been over a long, long time, but I feel she's been over a while. Tracy, do we have a Tracy on there? She's just said Tracy. So do we have, I know there's lots of Tracy's, but I feel, Tracy, if you're out there, then this lady's trying to connect with yourself. Something with the blood. Could have been poisoning of the blood. I'm not sure, Tracy. But a blood disorder. So it could have been an infection with the blood, Tracy, or something like that. But she tells me that she was here 1 minute and then she'd gone the next. So for this lady, again, I know she's not old. She's definitely not an older lady here. But she's looking to tell Tracy that she loves her, and she's saying that she had so many friends and she was loved by so many friends. Oh, hang on a minute. She's giving me some names now. Bear me a minute. She had so many friends, and she's sending love. She's sending her love here to a Michelle. So that must have been one of her friends, to a Michelle. Okay. And to Kirsty, and I don't know, Karen. She's giving me all these names. So if you can't find a Michelle, if you can't find this lady, Tracy, who she is, oh no, she's just said sepsis. She had sepsis. Now I found out what the blood was. She had sepsis, and she said, and she went very quickly with it. So I'm going to leave that lady's love because I can't see the name coming up here. But I still wanted to deliver that message to you all. And God bless you there, Tracy, if you're watching this message here. And I want to leave this lady's love with you. Thing is, we can't go back over messages from Spirit. When we get something, it comes in and then it automatically, it just goes. Secondly here, I want to bring someone else through here. I'll have an headache tomorrow. To say a few hellos to some more people here. To Celine Wilkes, let's have a look, wait a minute. To Steve Nicholson, hi Steve, hope you're well. To Nikki Demure and Kelly Rainey, and there's just so many of you there, I can't go through everybody here. To Abby Bills, to Tara, to Amy J. Bacon, and so many of you here. I do want to bring somebody else in now here, so I've got a gentleman. Now, I've got a gentleman that's looking for Wendy. So if we have a Wendy on here, please, can you just, put your name up there if I have a Wendy. I've got a gentleman here, again, that didn't look very old. So I'm going to go with probably being in his 40s there, Wendy. He tells me that there's an April memory, Wendy, if you're there. There's an April memory. I don't feel this gentleman's been over that long, Wendy. He's also given me the name Nick, and he's given me that this gentleman had a terminal cancer, but that went downhill, Wendy, if you're there, in the space of 3 months. I feel quite emotional with this man here because I feel this gentleman loved you dearly, Wendy. He tells me that you were soulmates here, and he's kind of taken hold of my hand here. So I know this gentleman, Wendy, I feel you was with him right up until the end. Well, that's what he's saying. And he tells me that we've not long bought a house together. So if you can understand this, Wendy, if you can pop your name up, because I'm not getting, there's too many people on here at the moment. He's telling me that we bought a house together and that we was getting this right. Oh, and he's sending love to Sam, so I don't know who Sam is to him, Wendy, if you can understand that. Yeah, to Sam. I'm going to say Sam the dog. That's what I'm going to say. To Sam the dog. Because he's saying about Sam the dog. And he wants to say to you here, you've either been thinking, Wendy, of moving to in between either Lincolnshire and Grantham. And that's what he's just saying there. So if you are there, Wendy, and you can understand this gentleman, Nick, he says I was the other half. That's what he's telling me. So we've definitely got the gentleman that was your partner here, Wendy, that wants to come through. And what he's saying to me there, Wendy, is don't waste your money. Don't waste your money renting somewhere when you can buy somewhere, if you'd understand that. Because he was a man that was very careful with his money, would never spend it quickly. He liked to hold on to it. And thank you, Wendy, for coming up there. So I've seen who you are now, so God bless you. And secondly, Wendy, he's saying here that everything's finished now. So I don't know if he means you've sold a property or something like that, Wendy. But he's saying here that it's all going to be fine for you. And he doesn't want you to worry about anything. Also, Wendy, he sends love to his mother, so I feel his mother's on this side of life. His mother's still on this side of life, but he is with his dad in spirit world. He's not by himself here. He's with his dad. And he wants to leave his love to you there, Wendy. He's telling me here that she's going to be really upset now that he's come through. But he's been waiting a long time here, Wendy, to come through and to bring you this message, okay? So I want to leave your partner's love. That's what I'm going to say. I want to leave your partner's love with you there, Wendy. God bless, Wendy. Leave any comment if you wish to. And please, everybody, if you can like and share the page here on A Giving Gift, I'd appreciate that. And I'm going to do my last one now before we finish for this evening. Just saying hello to a couple more people here. To Rebecca. Oh, wait a minute, there's so many here. Bear me a minute. To Angela Sawyer, hello. Wendy Fisher, hi. To Liz Bennett Atkin. To Kasha, hi Kasha. To Gemma Page, okay. And to Andrew Lloyd Roberts, hello Andrew. To Hannah Sample. To Lisa Wilson, and thank you, Lisa. Gloria Jones, Rebecca Elwood, to Ro Peg, hi Ro, God bless Ro. To Helen Stevenson, Sue Brailsford, oh, crikey, and to Danielle Marshall. So I'm going to bring someone in now here that wants to come in here. And this is actually for Danielle, as I've just seen that last message there with a Danielle. If this is to you, Danielle. Now, we've got a lady here, Danielle, that how I want to describe this lady is, don't mess me about, say it how it is. Now, she's coming in a wheelchair, Danielle. And I've got this lady all connected up here. I'm not going to say she was bossy, but I want to give you the name Doris. Danielle, would you understand the name Doris, Danielle? Because Doris is coming through for you here, Danielle. And she absolutely adored you, is what she's just saying to me here, Danielle. She's saying here that she was the boss. So, okay, she tells me that she was the boss. And that she's with her husband in spirit world, Danielle. She tells... Making me cough again now, bear me a minute. She's saying she's not overly small, but she's not very tall either. Her hair had to look right, is what she's giving me here. She's my hair had to look right. And she was a very, very particular lady. She tells me she was with Frank, Danielle, and that he sends his love to you as well. So I don't know if Frank is connected, if you can let me know there, Danielle, but she's with Frank. And she says, I've took off this oxygen mask now. I don't need it. I don't need it, she's saying here. And she's sending love to all the family. She knows about the little girl. So I don't know if there's been a little girl Danielle, but she's mentioned about this baby here. And there's a child, Danielle, that's got part of her name. Now, if she had something to say, Danielle, she would have definitely said it. She wouldn't have held back, you know, for anything or for nobody neither. She would have stood up. And she's just saying here, she was a lady that worked very, very hard. She says, I worked hard when I was on this side of life. She did work hard, but she is with her husband. And she's saying here, you don't have to put up with all this nonsense. You don't have to put up with all this nonsense. She's not telling me what it is yet, Danielle, but you don't have to put up with this nonsense, she's saying. And if I was here now, you wouldn't be putting up with all this nonsense. If you could understand what she's saying, Danielle. I don't know what she means, if it's a personal thing. If it's too personal, they won't tell me. But she's just saying, she knows what I'm on about. You don't have to put up with it. And she's saying that you need to follow your heart, Danielle, because you deserve, she said, so much more. And she never got to see your babies, Danielle. She never got to see your babies, but you'll be proud of them both. And one of them, Danielle's going in the ring. So it looks like one of them's going to be doing boxing. So that's amazing. And what she's saying here is, give my love to yous all. Give my love to all of yous. And there's somebody in the family, Danielle, that's keeping you all together. But I don't know if it'd be your mother, your auntie, I don't know. But she's saying they're looking after you. They're making sure that you're all right. And if you need to move, Danielle, she says you can move. And if you want to stay, you can stay. So I want to leave Doris's love there with you, Danielle. Yep, she says, just leave my love there. Let her know that I am there. I am there. I do love them all deeply. And bear me a minute, she's still talking. I do love them. Oh, and give my love to our Julie. Give my love to our Julie. And she's been a rock. If you could understand that, Danielle, she's been a rock. So I want to leave Doris's love there with you, Danielle. If you would understand all that, she is proud of you and she does love you deeply, okay? And I'm going to do my very last one now, everybody, because I've nearly gone an hour. So just give me a second while I look through the pictures, the people, and just say hello to a few more people. Hi, Stacey Louise. Hi, Karen. Hi, Annetta Glenn. And hi, Kerry Rawlins and Amy Bevis. Vicky Brown, welcome. Hello. And Joe Watt and Julie Rose. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Debbie Clifford. And Sharon Cochran and Lynn Daubeny. And hi, Vicky Briggs Porter and Kerry Rawlins. Hi, Karen Donnelly as well, and Diane Thompson. I do want to also say I've got a lady here as well that I feel, I'm getting the name here, Nelly. So if you could understand Nelly, We've got a Nelly that's wanting to come through at the moment. Now, Nelly's telling me it's all been up in the air, okay? She's not telling me what yet. She's sending love to her son. So I feel Nelly's son's on this side of life. And she's feeling quite emotional because he's been emotional, her son. She knows about the ambulance, if you could understand this. She knows about the ambulance. Can I find where this is for? Because I don't know I've got this for yet. But she knows about the ambulance. She knows it's about a son. She says so. She knows about Anthony. She knows about the ambulance. She knows this was a scare. And she's saying that he's going to get through this. But she's kind of pushed in front of me all these tablets. So make sure he takes his tablets, is what she's saying. And that this lady in spirit is, again, with maybe her daughter. I don't know. Maybe, I think with her daughter, because I've got a younger lady with the Nelly, okay? So this lady wants to say he's going to be okay, but she's telling me to go towards Diane. So I've got to give the message to Diane to give to this gentleman. Okay? And God bless you if you can relate to that, Diane. If you could like and share and leave a comment below after I finish this evening. I do get to read comments tomorrow, but I'm just not able to do them tonight by listening with spirit at the moment here. So I want to leave this gentleman's love with you at the moment here. I've also got another gentleman I just want to bring in. They're not letting me go yet, are they? I'll have a whacking headache tomorrow. So I want to say I'm looking for Dawn. I've got a gentleman coming in now looking for Dawn. Now, I don't want to say he's large as life, but I want to say he's comical here. So I've got a gentleman here looking for Dawn. Dawn, if you're there, Dawn. He passed very tragically here, Dawn. I'm feeling a suicide there, if you can understand this, Dawn. And I've got all this blue. I'm just seeing blue everywhere with this gentleman. So I feel there was something with him with blue, Dawn. And when he says he's with his dad. And there's a dad with this gentleman in spirit world. He's looking for Dawn. But the dad that's with, wait a minute, it's confusing me here. But the dad that's with the gentleman, he's giving me Ernie, and he wants to say, can I just butt in and thank Lisa for my birthday cake? Now that's a bit of a random message, but Ernie wants to thank Lisa for his birthday cake. So I'll pass that message on as well. So the message is for Dawn. He wants to say he loves you all dearly, and he's watching all of you. You know, he knows you work so hard. He's saying here that there is going to be a wedding, Dawn. So that's interesting. There is going to be a wedding, Dawn. And I don't know if it's your own here, but I feel with this gentleman, Dawn, that he fell to his death. I feel like he fell to his death because he's letting me feel like I've gone a bit, like I fell. But he wants to say that he loves you, Dawn. And he's sending love to all of yous, absolutely all of yous. And he's saying here like that you've taken the responsibility on of the whole family. So he wants to say to you there, Dawn, he loves you. You know when he's around. You know when he's messing around with things there. And I want to leave his love with you. And I want to bring this in, Dawn, as brother, because he's just said, loves you dearly. Tell her, brother loves her dearly. So your brother there loves you dearly. And I'm going to finish off there because we've done a long, long time this evening. I want to thank every one of you here for joining me this evening on a Give and Gift page. I will be doing it every night while we're on lockdown. And all I ask of you is for these love hearts that's flying up here to like and share my page. And I'm happy to do this free for you all here on a Give and Gift. And I'll be joining you again, all of you, the same time tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please be safe. Please be careful. Keep washing your hands. Keep your distance. And sending healing to all of you. God bless everybody. Goodbye.